and what makes prospects buy a product? What's relationship selling? This is a technique where you prioritize connection with the customer. You see that your prospect, if you prioritize your connection with the prospect over what you want to sell, it resonates. What basically this relationship selling is saying to you is this: focus on the person. Don't focus on your product. What actually makes a great salesman? The ability for you to get people to buy what you have. And there's something I always say. People buy you before they buy your product. If you are believable, and they tell you, any product you bring, people will buy from you. If someone trusts you, it's just like people in a relationship. Boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. You can be sleeping, they'll just wake you up and you just open your mouth, they put food, you chew, and that's nice, or I don't like this one. You didn't think about it. The reason is because you have a relationship with that person who is giving you that food. Do you get what I mean? Because that trust is there. That relationship has been built. It has a foundation. It is that relationship that is key. You want to sell to somebody, have a relationship with that person first. Build a relationship. Because without that relationship, you can't sell. It's hard for you, except that person is in dire need of the thing. Why do people buy bottled water in traffic? Because they are stressed. They are thirsty. They don't care who gives them that bottled water. But if, let's say you commute to work and you drive past Aja under bridge every day, and then maybe there are some people selling water, drinks, and everything. You don't really care who gives you that bottled water because it's that water that you want. But every day, by the time you're driving past that place, your famished, you're already stressed, you really want a drink. And there's this particular person who, you love to see. Maybe he's somebody who is very eloquent. Some people you like the way he dresses, or the way she dresses, or the way he talks, or the way she talks, or the way he advertises his bottled water, as against others are just carrying the thing. But there's something you like about a particular person. I tell you, unconsciously, when you're driving, when you know you're going to pass Aja, when you're nearing that place, you begin to get thirsty. It's an unconscious thing. And you begin to look out for that particular person so that you buy from that person, whether you know it or not. Because there is a relationship between you and that person. The relationship might be on your side, might be on that person's side. It might be mutual. Do you understand? But it is there. And you have that desire to buy from that person. What is it all about? Trust. It's all about trust. When you have that trust, you see this thing called trust. When trust is there, you automatically add value and you spend time to make sure you give value before you even attempt to close that transaction. That's what it's all about. I've described relationship selling to you. Who does not get the concept of relationship selling now? It's talking about you building a relationship with your prospect. It's talking about you going into a relationship with your prospect so that out of tens or maybe hundreds of other sellers, that prospect will choose you over and over and over again. Am I making sense? See the relationship types. There is transactional relationship, there's a functional relationship, there's affiliative relationship, and then there's strategic relationship. These are the, Some other school of thought will give you up to 6 or 8 types. But you see, they're basically just cloning the thing and repeating them in different words. But me, I'll give you the basic. There are 4 basic types. When you come to relationship building, relationship selling, there are basically 4 types. Here they are. Take note of each one. We're going to delve into them. Transactional, functional, affiliative, and strategic. Transactional relationship. Each sale is a separate exchange. Like you being thirsty when your vehicle is passing a under bridge and you need the drink of water. You don't care who gives you. Both parties have little or no interest in maintaining an ongoing relationship. Oh yeah, ma, just collect that water, give you your money, may you go. Nothing again. Open and shut, in and out. Again, another example, when you board a bus. Whether the bus driver goes school or not, no concern you. All you care about is getting to your destination. You couldn't care less. Not only for Lagos, you go see person where no wear shirts, they drive bus, people go enter. Have you guys not seen that? Somebody without a shirt driving a bus, and people will enter. Well-dressed people going for functions, going for their office things and everything, will enter inside that bus of a crazy fellow, conductor with their armpits. You go see him. Instead you close your nose, you know you come down. Because if you come down, you don't go late. That's Lagos for you. That's transactional relationship. Because what you be telling yourself is, if I come down from this bus, I don't go see this man armpit again. Functional relationship. This is a limited ongoing relationship. Here, a buyer continues to purchase a product from a seller out of habit, long as his or her needs are. In this relationship, you continue it out of habit. You really don't care whether it's that person or not, but it's just a habit. You're used to seeing that person, so you continue to be there. You continue to patronize that person out of habit, not because there is a relationship between you and that person. Now, I know this thing is a relationship that people have with bread. Yes, Nigerians and bread. Bread is a lifesaver. Now that Gary is almost not affordable now. Bread is the current lifesaver in Nigeria. And I know, he said? Yeah, but not like Gary. You are looking for the jumbo one now. Those are the big ones. You can still get some for, I think, 1,000 naira. B. They are saying 1,000 naira bread. You may not save that much. That's true, but guess what? If you have someone who you always buy bread from, like maybe a certain shop, like I put here, you see, that bread shop is, let's say, on your way home from work, just before you turn into your street, there's a shop that sells bread. As you're returning from work, you get to that shop, you're tired, you don't want to add additional load to what you're carrying, so you didn't buy the bread all the way from the far place. At that point, when you're almost home, you now buy that bread and you take it into the house that you eat for that night, or maybe early in the morning tomorrow. You want something quick to eat before you dash out. So it becomes a habit that you will not buy bread far or anywhere else. Not because that lady's bread is better, but because it is convenient. It becomes a habit. That's a functional relationship. It functions because it saves you the stress of carrying bread from far place. But the day you come back and that lady is not there, it hurts you. That's when you realize that, if I had known that this woman would not be here, I would have bought bread along the way. It might cause you to actually go out Or you just go home and say, let me endure it. Tomorrow she'll be back. But that's a functional relationship. You see, it's a limited, ongoing relationship that develops when a buyer continues to purchase a product from a seller out of habit. Some of us, you see, this is our real estate business. We have functional relationships we don't know. We think these relationships are permanent. We think we're doing something good to the person, but we don't say the person know they see us like that. The person is only seeing you as, yes, I need land. Maybe you just have the kind of land I want. You're advertising, other people were advertising. They were searching. They now saw exactly what they needed from you. That's why they came to you. And if you don't try or struggle or make an effort to build a relationship with that person, the person will just buy that one and move on. Next time you know we'll see them again. You will think you have that person, but you don't. And when you have such a relationship with a prospect, it shows. But guess what? We do not see the signs because we don't know these 4 types of selling relationships. But if after this class today, in your interaction with people, you by yourself should be able to qualify the kind of relationship you have with your prospects. Now we understand what the first one, what kind of relationship is the first one? Transactional. We know how transactional is now. A lot of us have come across that relationship. Somebody buys land from you. Subsequently, you're chatting with the person, trying to, say hello, hi, or just, but the person has shown absolutely no interest since after they did that purchase from you. We have those kind of people on our contact list if we check. And now, we also have functional relationships, but we never knew that that one was transactional, this is functional. So now you know. And at the end of it, by knowing the type of relationship you have with your prospects, you will know better what you need to do to move them to the next level. Affiliative relationship. This type more likely occurs when the buyer needs a significant amount of expertise from the seller and trust is an issue. Example, doctor-patient relationship, lawyer-client relationship. You want expertise. You want experience. As a matter of fact, some real estate sales relationships fall into this affiliative relationship. There are some people, they can be talking to you about certain kinds of land, but then you want to sell them and that they say, no, don't worry. When I want to buy a house, I know who I'll go to for that house. He might, in passing, when you people are discussing, mention that he wants a house. And you tell him, oh, I have houses, I have this, I have that. You know what the person will tell you? Don't worry. For house, I know who I'll go to for houses. Because the person has an affiliative relationship with that other salesperson. He only wants land from you. I don't know if I'm making sense. He wants land from you. And what makes you to go into or to have an affiliative relationship with your prospect? It's your level of expertise. You know, I always say here, I drum it. Build up your knowledge about what you do. Build up your knowledge about what you sell. If you discuss with a person and the person perceives you as being knowledgeable, I tell you, even if they want to buy from another person, they will come and consult you. And not that when they come to consult you, you now start telling them, don't buy from that person, buy from me. They come to consult you. Give them that consultation that they want. Do it for them. And let them know that I know you want to buy it from another person, but I'll consult for you all the same. However, if it doesn't work with that person, come to me. I have something I can give you. But you have to understand and appreciate and let it flow. It's okay, no problem. I hear you, sir. You do have someone you normally buy houses from, but you buy land from me. Say yes. He said, no problem. What do you want to know about the house? Do you have anything you want me to confirm for you about it? Can I give you some pointers, things you should look out for when you want to buy a house? Offer help. I don't know if I'm making sense. Offer help. Tell him things to look out for, that if the house is this and that, maybe you tell him, if you see watermarks, might mean that area is swampy. or there is a water problem around there. If the steps are close to the ground, might be that the house is sinking. There are things you can say to the person, but you can only say those things or give that consultation if you have knowledge of what you do. You see, in this our field, a lot of people just want to sell. They don't know anything about what they're selling. A lot of people come across very good prospects, but in the course of exchange, the prospect might ask you one thing or the other. You don't know, and you don't tell the person that, okay, sometimes you don't even know that he has asked you something that requires your knowledge, and you're just rambling on. The man will immediately know that this one, I just make a sale, collect commission. If he's fond of you, or he just wants to help you, he will proceed and purchase from you. But if not, he will just go blank. The reason why we do not hear from a lot of our prospects after some time is because we have displayed ignorance about what we do. Strategic partnership or strategic relationship. A strategic partnership or relationship is one in which both the buyer and seller commit time and money. You see, buyer, seller, they commit both time, they also commit money to build on and develop the relationship to provide more benefits to both parties involved. This is what each of us should aim for as a salesperson. It doesn't end there. This level of commitment is often likened to a marriage. Do you see? Realtors and real estate developers should have this kind of relationship. Both parties work together to sell an estate for the developer. Each time the realtor sells a plot in the estate, both the realtor and the developer benefits. As a result, the realtor and the developer work very closely in an ongoing relationship. This, in literal terms, is like Anchor Heights is a real estate developer. Each and every one of us seated here are realtors. When we sell one plot in the Acropolis, both Anchor Heights and we, the realtor that sells the land, benefit. What do you benefit as a realtor? Commission and incentives. What does Anchor Heights benefit when you sell that? Profits. The market don't sell. They have succeeded in actually developing their property. And it's good business for all involved. So, you see, strategic relationship. This is what you should always aim at. Aim for this. Don't see any prospect, anybody you're chatting with, you're talking with, even if you meet the person inside a bus, in a taxi, in church, wherever, the person be like saying no get money. I tell you, some people that don't have money have people. They don't have money, they have people. When they connect you, it will shock you. I told you guys, when I came into real estate for the first time to sell, within a week, I sold. And I sold 2 plots of land. First commission I made, that one was even under promo. 700 I've thought about that story here before. 834,000 naira. And I was broke at the time. Under 1 week, I joined real estate. Went for my first inspection. I came back, as at that time, I didn't have a good phone. My phone was broken. Like that kind of phone where we say, you press A, Z will show. If you won't get A, you go to the top of the phone. Maybe where that light stay, go there, go press am. A way they down, will come out. If the phone don't craze, like the owner, you know where. And that was the situation I was in. I was broke. Everything was going down. And somebody just invited me. come to real estate. Because I had nothing to do, I just went along. Went for the first inspection. I was like, okay, I can sell this. I've never thought much of it because my idea before then of real estate was the old agents, all those agents. You know, those ones are really, if they're the ones you look to for inspiration, you won't enter real estate. Their practices is archaic. Their behavior, even the way they dress, the way they even address you, they're like touts. You know, even if you want to rent a house now, you get to the house. Let's say the house commission that is coming out of it is 50,000, but immediately the payment is made, you begin to see Okada carrying 2 people, 3 people from all directions. They finish 100. At the end of the day, each person will get 1,000 naira. It's discouraging. So I came into real estate that time. And I didn't have a good phone. I didn't have money. I didn't have anything. And what did I do? I told you guys. I've talked about what I did. And I'll teach it as a class one day. I used my phone, called my contacts. I knew that a lot of the contacts I have would not be able to buy land. And I asked them to give me people that would buy. And they gave me. And when I called those people, you see, a contact that didn't have money gave me another person's contact. I say, you get money, I don't know when I won't buy land, but just call. And I was calling, I called a lot of other people, and that's how I called him, and he was like, yeah, I actually need to buy land at this period. He said, look, can we do the inspection tomorrow? He looked at it, he said, oh, time is gone. I would have said, let's do the inspection today, but let's do it tomorrow. I just called him. The next day, the man comes around. I took him, I went for this. Between that time, he said he will come. I went into major research. You know, I told you I just stumbled into real estate then. Knew nothing. I went online, Googled the company, everything I can find about the company, I learned. I took my time. It was close to closing time. Enter motor, some part of the places where I don't get money to complete the journey, I use leg, trek. Reached the company, sat down with the people, learned about their company, learned about the land I was trying to sell. Asked them if I could see their boss. They said yes. I went in, asked the boss questions about the company and the reasons why the company, things that seemed unrelated. But what was I trying to do? Me, I'm a sales professional. But now I want to enter into a new field. I had to ask this question so that I could know what I was selling. And guess what? The next day, by the time the man came, I took him to the place. If you heard me, in fact, at a point, the MD just drove down out of curiosity. Now, this person that just entered real estate asked all these questions. Let me even come and see what he's doing. The MD was like, well, no, just ignore me, or you just do your thing. Me and the man, any question the man asked, I answered. Later on, the MD said, look, are you sure you have not been into real estate before? Why? Because I took time. You see, short time remaining, and I did research, found out about. The man now went for it was almost as if I knew what the man wanted to ask. He was more interested in what the company was doing. After he had seen it, asked a few questions. The other questions he was asking is about the company, their future outlook, all other things. He bought, paid the next day. I collect my first commission. Immediately I collect them, I just go buy better phone first. Because if you know the stress I had, even chatting with that man on WhatsApp, now I had a good phone. The man, now ain't going to say yes. Information day. And by the next week, he brought his friend from London to purchase a second one. I got almost 1.7 million in a space of 2 weeks. Offer help, assistance, render it even when it seems it's not paying you. That is building. What you're doing is you're building a strategic relationship. So, of the 4 types of relationship, can we name them again? Number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. Which is better or which is the best? Do you see? Let me tell you, even as a woman, you smile, you're easygoing, you're talking. People now come and start discussing. Do you know that you have to learn the art of taking charge of the discussion. You see that somebody is chatting with you, from the way the person is talking to you, you know already, inside you, you know the direction the person wants to go. So you now take the conversation and start leading it in the direction that you want, which is towards what you do. Because when you're engaged in such a discussion, use the opportunity to bring out something about what you do. Let them know. You know, you can say, oh, for instance, now, like me, I'm a realtor. I sell lands, I sell houses. I always, when it comes to, being upfront, I like, in my line of business, I normally tell people, you're incorporating it into that regular discussion in the bus. The thing not concerning real estate too. Now you now bring the real estate in, and you're bringing it in subtly. You're not just changing this discussion. You understand? But you know why when you moot things like that, you're just quietly just sliding it in there, putting it down there. You never can tell whether one of the people in that discussion is in need of a land or a house. Sometimes you finish discussing, it's happened to me many times. We finish discussing, maybe at a joint, we're just talking generally. I just put in aspects of what I do, and I don't dwell on it. I just bring it in, talk about it, how I do my business, and then I go back to what we're doing again. So that, people don't feel that you've intruded in their discussion with another thing that will benefit you. So after we are done talking, by the time we're leaving, usually somebody walks up. You're into real estate. Okay, I'd like us to talk more about something. We exchange numbers. Do you see? If I didn't moot the idea, if I didn't bring it out, if I didn't play it down, would that person even exchange contacts with me? They wouldn't. So, as a salesperson, there are many things you need to do. These are little things that brings prospects your way. In conclusion, relationships can evolve. They can evolve, and they evolve from being transactional relationships all the way till it becomes strategic relationships. Remember at the beginning I said something. I said, if we think we are having relationship with a lot of people that we're talking to in the course of trying to make sales, even in the course of our everyday life, we have all these 4 types of relationship with people. We do. If you can take time to assess your clients or your prospects that you've been speaking to one by one, you'll find out that you have all these 4 types of relationship with different people. What your job is, now that you know, is you have to work at evolving that relationship, the ones that are transactional, evolve them all the way through functional and affiliative, and end up at strategic relationships. Transactional relationship buyer calculates every value gained after every transaction. As it stretches, value calculations become less. Do you see? In transactional, all they want is, I want cold water. The aim is cold water. If your water is not cold, I don't want it. But if that relationship progresses and gets to, let's say, affiliative, the day you get to that under bridge and you want cold bottled water, and your regular seller does not have cold one, you will not buy cold one from the next person. You go still buy it like that. Now lie, I've been a lie. But answer me now. Not true. Because you have a relationship. That's the reason why sometimes they will say, customer, this thing no do all right. I never finish them. You know the condition we bring her like that. It's okay. And you pay the person full money. Why? You're not now focused on value. You guys have started building a relationship. It's important you do that. There are times when either the buyer or seller engages in actions that are not related directly to the sale, but make the relationship stronger. And there's something we need to learn, the power of gifts. Power of gifts. If you want something, like from a person, give the person a gift. For instance, now, you want to learn some additional things from me. You can ask me and I'll give you. But if you now decide, say, okay, let me just get Angelo something nice, so you give me. It's not a bribe. The time when you ask me for that thing, because I'm happy about that gift, I give you more than you even asked for. I don't know if you guys understand what I mean. The same way, when you have your clients, if there are things you can do for them, do it for them. Don't even hesitate about it. Don't hesitate. It's called building value. You build value. Anything you can do for a person. Build relationships. No matter what you do, have a positive connection with every person you meet. By the time you build positive relationships with people, you see, and I tell you that as Nigerians, there are things that hang us up naturally. Do you know that we have this affiliation for people who are similar to us as Nigerians? Not just, in fact, the world over, we normally have affiliation for people who are similar to us. Don't just think any transaction you're doing is one-off. Anybody will get money, buy one house, go buy another one later. Know that one, though. Person will not get money to buy land today, go, you don't know in plan, so tomorrow night, if you just go do, even if na Baba Ijebu play, you win money. Do one contract, win money. Get a good job, they pay him upfront or her upfront. He has money. Or even if it is not from their own pockets. See, that's why you should build relationship. That person where everybody, if he say no, see, everybody get value. That's why they say every dog has its own day. That person might not have money, but somebody around them wants to buy land, wants to buy a house. But because of relationship they have with you, they say, this is my person, won't buy land, won't buy a house. So. And you say, don't worry. He will arrange everything, close them for you. Now, food where they don't cook finish, you go carry, serve you. Why? Because of relationship you both have. Do not prioritize money when you're with your clients or prospects. Don't think in terms of what you get out of them. If you prioritize money, they will notice it. They'll give you the money you ask for. But after that relationship, after that transaction, they leave you. But if you build a relationship, they know they're expecting to hear you ask them for money. But you don't ask them for money. Rather, you are assisting them. By the time you're done with assisting them and doing things for them and everything has gone, you'll be shocked. You know how they usually repay you? By giving you more transactions or giving you referrals. And that's the sweetest way. Because the trust is already built. So if they're going to do further business with you, they won't ask you questions like they asked you the first time. They'll simply tell you, I want a house in Lekki. Even if you delay in giving them the house, other people that they know have brought in, you will not go, see, I will make my decision, and up till now, you haven't sent me anything. He's the one that will pay money. But because of relationship that you two have now, he's calling you. Other people have sent me their own things that they have. You have not sent it. I go take my decision, and you send in. Because he's waiting for your own. Then he will tell you, this one that this person sent me looks to be better than this. So he won't give them a chance to defend whatever they send to him, but he will give you that chance to defend yours. Then if yours is actually better, you explain. But if yours is not better, you ask, okay, what exactly do you need? Give me the specifications. He will not give you. You go and get exactly what he wants. Even though he has already seen it with another person. He won't buy it. He will wait for you to get it and he'll buy it. Except you by yourself mess up that relationship. Do you see what I mean? Build relationships. Relationships should be based on trust. You see that trust matter. That's why somebody can call you when other people have sent in things and it's supposed don't close the transaction. But he will leave it open for you. He's waiting for you to send in your own. What he's not doing for others, he's doing for you. Because you both have built a relationship. Build a relationship based on trust. It's an important part of that process. Don't just go for individuals. So prospects also form relationship with your business and its products and services. They have a relationship with you. There are some people that they've bought from a company once. If you show them property from another company, they'll tell you no. Is this property from XYZ real estate company? You say no. Go and find one from them. Why? They have built a relationship with that brand. That's where branding comes in. People do so much work on their brand. You see, if for any of us that are here, if we eventually end up as real estate developers, have a sort of relationship that once people purchase from you, you make sure that you give them the things that they want. Make sure you give them what they want, what they've asked for. Try and always give people quality and give them the best. Even if you have to charge them more for that quality, but let them know why. And don't just bring one thing and put a price. Give people options. Once there are options, you can tell them, okay, these two chairs, one is red, one is blue. You can tell them, you can take this red one. This red one is 100 naira. This blue one, first of all, I should talk about this red one. You give them always offer people the cheaper option first. Tell them about the cheaper one. They say, okay, can I get it? But if you don't like this one, they tell you want something else. If you don't like this one, we have another one. This one goes for 1,000 naira, and I'll tell you why. You see this material, this blue material, the way it will caress your skin if you sit on it. The foam in it is different. It will make you walk very well. They have done it so that if you even have back pain, it will massage you automatically. When you give them the qualities, nobody go tell them, man, leave that red one, collect this blue one. But nobody no like better thing, except say the money no day. Even if the money no day, go ask you, can I pay 2 or 3 times for this one? That's human nature. But give them that option. You need to do it. If you do that, they will flow with you. Positive connections, that's what you need. And here, with that, we come to the end of the class. So, questions, based on all we've talked about. Questions now.